Northern Ireland, a land of natural beauty, historical past, and trouble. But now is the time for them to rise up and become a footballing superpower. This is Rise of a Nation with Northern Ireland. Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new episode of Rise of a Nation with Crusaders in Northern Ireland. So since we last met, the 3-2 win, I think it was, over Club Bruges. Was it 3-2 or was it 3-1? No, it wasn't. Was it? It was that. Yep, that's right. Yeah, it has been a little while, hence forgetting entirely what the score was. But we have been on a solid run of fixtures since then. A lot of goals, some games a little bit too tight, like Mallards here. I think they're becoming a bit of a rival. We did lose them at home, and we smashed them early this season. But we're not exactly comfortable against them. So yeah, it's interesting because overall they're not that great, but it seems that their tactic doesn't seem to work against them in a strong sense. Yes, the January transfer window has come and gone, and it was a mixed bag. We lost our keeper, but I've managed to extend Jonathan Galbraith's contract one more year, which basically means that next season we'll be professional, hopefully, fingers crossed. I mean, it's on knife edge. They may still cancel that. 1 year as a professional club may convince him that we are the club for him to stay at and develop, and hopefully sign a new long-term contract. Transfers, yeah, that's what I was looking at. In terms of outs, just the one permanent outage of Neil Wallace, our gun and keeper, going to Stoke, but we replaced him with Niall Mackle. Again, it doesn't say he's going to be 5 stars, but I think he's better than 3 stars. He's got good determination. His position could do a bit of work, but it's pretty decent for this level. And he is our second choice keeper behind Nigel Rice, who is developing nicely. We got him in at the start of the season. He's developing nicely. He's 2.5 stars, so he's 1.5 stars behind where what's his face? Neil Wallace was. So 1 star. So if you compare him with Nigel Rice, there's not that much of a difference. He's a better shot stopper, but physically and with communication, Nigel Rice is better. So overall, they're fairly comfortable. He's better with his stopping and distribution. But Nigel Rice, he's almost a sweeper keeper, really. His ability to get off the line is better, and he's a lot shorter. That could be the issue, though. Just getting to those balls in the top corner could be a little more difficult. We also got in Michael McClellan. He's the 3rd, maybe 4th choice keeper. Again, a bit. Look, to be honest, the scout thought he was better than what he appears to be. His determination to do a bit of work, and overall he's not that great, but he is 19, so there's plenty of time for him to develop into a decent keeper. I'm hoping that he develops a bit more than what the coaches suggest he could be. That personality is an issue as well. I didn't actually look into. That was my mistake. We also got in Tony Murray, only because I wasn't sure if Galbraith was going to sign on. So I got this guy in who he's more of a target man rather than a out and out striker in the way that I play. But he can become a decent. I guess I could almost retrain him as a cam in that. Sorry, guys. In that shadow striker role, but we'll try and develop him, see how he goes. He's fairly loyal. His determination isn't that great. Physicals aren't that great in terms of jumping reach, which really doesn't work well with his heading attribute. But hopefully he can develop, and he'll spend a few months in the gym, so we've already got him developed, working on his passing a little bit, training him as a complete forward. Hopefully he can develop quickly and long term become a decent backup to Galbraith. Hopefully take over if he moves on. So let's get on to today's game. We are taking on Bayer Leverkusen in the Europa League first knockout round. We have a look at Leverkusen as a whole. They've got a few players out. Through injury. Let's just have a quick look. Lars Bender, that's Clayton, it must be, I don't know, he's a real player. Looks alright. And Benjamin Hendricks, a very, very solid right back. He's more of a centre mid, really, if you look at those attributes. His tackling isn't that great, so to play fullback must be a very attacking fullback. His crossing isn't that great either. I'd definitely be retraining him in that centre mid position. Yeah, so they've got a very, very good squad. Hopefully we can just really defend and try and. My aim is to try and hold out for this 2 ties and try and. I don't think we're going to play. I don't think we're going to beat them. I don't think we've got a chance. Especially seeing as I've also made another mistake. We've got Joel Taylor, who's suspended, and my backup, Daniel McDermott, in the DM position is unregistered. So we don't have a DM, which is why I've gone with this tactic. Having a look at the squad, I've got 3 very, very good central defenders. So I've gone with that. We've got 2 of them on defend and 1 on cover. So I'm hoping that we can try and hold out for this game, even though it is our home game. If we can restrict the number of away goals, then maybe we could go to Germany and get something. So yeah, even though my fullbacks don't really have the understanding for wing-back roles, in all honesty, there's not much difference. So really, it doesn't really bother me by their knowledge of the position and roles. Stephen O'Neill and McKee in the middle, 2 very, very good. Well, McKee's a very good centre mid, especially for this for Northern Ireland. Yeah, you can see here in the Champions League, he has been playing very, very well. overall the season he has developed very nicely. All things considered, that we are still semi-professional, so these players aren't getting full-time training. Stephen Hill developing nicely. Again, is more of a cam, but can play in the middle of the pitch, and that is what I'm training him in, hoping to develop him more in that position, because long term I'd like to get rid of that cam position and play a 4-3-3 formation, with these three up here and an extra player in the middle of the pitch here. McKee is going to develop into a deep line playmaker, hopefully a player like Tony Cruz, who just sit there and distribute balls out. O'Neill will be that attacking player, that Dele Alli style player. He'll push up into this position, from this position, and also look at scoring goals. And the third player will be that defensive rock, like Jordan Henderson role, just sitting back and just breaking up attacks that might run through the middle, and just trying to shut down their general playmaker. So that's the long-term tactic. Obviously, we don't have those types of players yet, and it's going to be a while before we actually start producing those types of players. But for the time being, this is what we've got to work with, and this is what we're going to try and deliver with. So we'll go into today's game with that tactic in mind, and we'll really try and hold back their dominance. So let's have a look here. We will be playing both ties in this episode, so you will know whether we go through or not. We'll just have a look at their manager's stats. Very attacking minded team, so that's why, again, if we go with that defensive tactic, maybe we can frustrate them and then hit them on the counter. That is the aim, at least. Let's have a look here. Definitely looks like this guy here seems to be their playmaker, so we'll try and shut him down. Looks like Pambani is going to be playing that defensive role, so we'll just try and close him down as well, stop him from being able to distribute. Ooh, Zivkovic has gone to Leverkusen. Oh, it's online. So he's still at Benfica, they're just letting him out. Okay, we're going to close him down as well, for obvious reasons. Tackle him hard and show him onto weaker foot. Julian Brad is also a very good young player. He's probably decent age now. He's probably in his prime. No, he's still 22. It's hard to remember really how far this is. Looks like these fullbacks are on attack as well. So don't give them too much time, and we will just tie mark their strikers. Okay, so we'll put it onto counter. Anything is really possible here. I'm just looking for us to challenge them and use this as a learning experience against a club that is a lot stronger here. As we're forward here, Fetus with the free kick. Stewart's got the ball back, recycling possession nicely. He's just running around in a big giant loop here. Back to Kieran O'Neill. Over to his, for the sake of the story, cousin, Stephen O'Neill. Julian Brandt. Here they are, running free. Baba, good. Just try and close this down. Don't give them too much time on the ball. Because the more time they have on the ball, the more time they have to show their class. And, well, there's a warning shot across our bows. And, good tackle there by Long. Just a lack of concentration there at the back. Somebody lost their marker. First goal, obviously, this is going to be a little bit slower. It's disappointing here. It was a good tackle by Long, but just no one picking him up at the back post, which is disappointing. Yeah. Yes, that's okay. I know they're out of position. But I'm hoping that a lot of players are frustrated at the minute. There's a second. Well, that was set piece, and Jonathan Tarr's just hammered it home. Sivkic here with the corner. And Tarr's just, it looks like he's a foot taller than his direct opponent, which is disappointing. Alright, so it's half time. There. Okay, so it's been disappointing. We can play better than that. They've had so much of the possession, and they've just they haven't had so much of the possession. They've just used the ball a lot better than us. Passes aren't that bad. We haven't really seen enough to really understand what it is that is making a massive difference on this game. It doesn't look like they're playing that great either. But they've just had 2 opportunities and they've taken them. Here's Galbraith on the run. Just over the top, and that was a clear-cut opportunity. That could have been that goal just to bring us back into this game. Okay. So, we've got 20 minutes here to do something. I'm going to put these guys back. It seems they're not really doing much. Here, 6.5, 6.8. Stuart's not had the best game either. Let's have a look here. Okay. Galbraith hasn't had the best game either. But that's probably just because we haven't had that much ball up there. I'm gonna change him to attacking centre forward. Maybe push O'Neill forward a bit. Maybe we can produce, because we're having a bit of the ball, but we're not actually doing anything with it. So hopefully, if we can maybe push forward a bit more. As they come forward again, O'Neill, good work cutting out that ball. Galbraith's now onto the ball. He should have a little bit more assistance now. Ball's coming in. Galbraith. Alrighty. So, we're not quite back into the game. but 1-2 it definitely looks better than love 2 or 2-0-2. So hopefully it just gives them a bit more motivation, if anything, and allow us to try and step forward. Maybe you can sneak another one, and all of a sudden back to 2-2, and it's not looking so bad going to the second leg, but it looks like that's going to be it. I'll take that, considering we were 2-0 down at half time, and it looked like it could have been 5 or 6, in all honesty. It was 10 shots to 2. I mean, they've had 7 shots in the second half. Yeah, that's alright. 2-1 loss is not too bad. That's a decent result, I think, all things considered, by just the general difference between the two sides. So I'll come back for the second leg, which is in a week's time. I've got one game between, so I'll just quickly go over that in the next section. But yeah, for now, I'll see you in 1 second. Hey guys, I'm back. So we've got the second leg. It looks like they've gone with a more attacking formation. We'll have a look at that when we actually get into the game. So I think we're going to go with this formation. It's more our comfortable formation. Key, put him into a deep lane playmaker. Actually, I'm going to put him on support. He's tackling. It's 8. So it's okay for a midfielder, but not that great. O'Neill pushing forward. He's on support, attacking playmaker. Stewart, Fettis, Galbraith, Neil, Long, McManus, Bright, and Rice in goal. Yeah, so that's the team we go with. In that one game there, we had Ball and Mina. It was a game that could have gone either way. It was a 1-0. We weren't as dominant as we could have been. I did rotate the side. See here, more speak on the fullbacks. We've Dermot Harris, who's actually a winger, but I play in the middle because we've only got 5 central midfielders. So that's that. So we'll go into the game and we'll have a look and see exactly what formation they're going with. So they are going with a more attacking formation. They're obviously a little bit concerned about the fact that they only won the first tie 2-1. So they're looking to dominate this. I suspect they'll go with the control tactic and just try and press against us and try and force some mistakes out of our fullbacks. So we're going to go with that counter-attacking formation. Allow them to come to us and try and work our way over the back and exploit the holes that will be shown due to the fact that they haven't got anyone really here, so it's that gap that we're going to work into there. Just going to tell them I have faith. For the most part, it gives a good response. Well, this could be the time that doesn't work, but it looks to be doing a decent job. Most of them are fairly motivated. A couple of guys are happy to be out there. Yeah, so hopefully we'll just try and expose some holes there. I might bring Taylor into more of an anchorman role because they won't really be playing through the middle there too much. We've got 4 strikers effectively. So with their press, there's their first goal. I'll make that change now. Well, that ain't coming out. I think it's an anchorman roll. Yeah. So I play the anchorman roll, just try and sit in there and almost become that third DM, third centre back. I mean, like I said at the start of the episode, we're really just trying to restrict the amount of damage rather than actually going out there to try and win that. I think it's just a step too far. I mean, we did well against Juventus, but this is a learning curve. This is a way of us testing ourselves against a much bigger and stronger opposition. Okay, so both have fullbacks booked, and probably I just need to. Oh, here we go. I thought for a second there was an opportunity for us, but nothing's come of it. And back onto it again. Just need to try and work into these gaps. Work the ball around. Go by thin. He's got to score. Oh, that was a great opportunity, and really I expect him to score from those positions. O'Neal. What the fuck was that? They're going to score. No, Long's done well here. Unlucky deflection there off. Is that? Yeah, is that Long? Just got the deflection off him. I know it's the 3D match engine, but why would a player slide tackle like that? Why? He's got no one around him. Surely he's got enough composure to just know that all he has to do is boot that ball clear. Especially being so close to the half-time whistle. So this game's either going to be another 2-1 loss, or they're going to run rampant, and I think they're going to run rampant. There's the third. Okay, we're going to change the things here. Counter's not working because we've got too much of the possession. You know what? Let's go for it. Let's switch things up here. Tala, Dam. Yeah, let's start trying to push the game to them. We've got nothing to lose, really. So may as well try and develop a more attacking brand. And work out more for the players, their education. Ross should have got a hand to that. He should have pushed it out to one of these. It's too late, but pushed it out to one of the defenders that were at his feet. Got a lot more of the possession, so I'm going to change that to control and just try and hold this ball up. Shorter possession, retain possession, work into the box. So they come forward again. Again, these fullbacks are just deadly today. Oh, bad luck. just again, our centre backs just aren't strong enough on the ball. See here, this ball is just, it's almost come off his head. Might have been just a spin off the post. They've gone to a 4-4-2. We just haven't been at the races today. We've had more possession, but we haven't used it. That's why I've really gone with this, just to try and. Chigaretta's in here. He'll score. Yep. Just try and use the ball, because when we were playing in the counter-attacking football, we had a lot of the ball, but obviously we weren't doing anything. Weren't doing anything to get the ball forward, or we just weren't strong enough. So I changed the tactic up to try and, just try and get the ball forward, be a bit more positive. Fortunately, that's backfired, but that's a learning experience. And, it could screw morale, but we've already won the league, so there's nothing's lost by going for the game here. So, yeah, just try and be a little bit positive as they score a 6th goal of the game. So, yeah, they've scored 6 goals in 9 attempts on goal. A lot of these have been crosses. So, if these were opportunities, the game is tight, I'd be looking to more tell the centre backs to just drop back a little bit, and the full backs to sit narrower, just try and reduce the number of crosses. But that obviously isn't what we're doing. I'm just going to tell them they're unlucky again. The result doesn't show how close the game was. If you're having a look at the more comprehensive highlights, they'd be a lot more even. Because we're only looking at key highlights, they've just shown that. Again, this is the thing with FM. They won 2-1 in the first leg. The game was still fairly tight, scoreline wise. So, yes, technically the heading is correct. The first leg helps them get through, but they've won 6-0 at home. That is more likely the reason why they got through, rather than the 2-1 loss, 2-1 win away from home. So, yeah. Again, it is about the future. Not really. CSS wasn't really on the cards. I can't remember which one that was, but there was a lot of them. But it was a good goal. Yeah, it was just too good. Again, it's just that difference between the two sides that is really shown in this tie. It was 3-0 when we switched things up, so they did score 3 in the last half an hour. But I think we did well, all things considered. If you take away the scoreline, overall actual game itself, we had more possession. They had 9 shots to 5, so it wasn't that bad. Passes completed, we were ahead of that. We had more of the ball, more passes. They won more of the tackles, so that's something maybe we can look at. Tackling wasn't quite good enough. Headers, they smashed us in the air. That could possibly be down to the height difference. Let's just have a look here. Long 186, McManus 185, 186, 192. Yeah. It was a game where we could have been a little bit tighter if the first leg had been 0 or 1-0, possibly we could have gone a bit higher in that first half. But because they came out and they were 2-0 at half time, which put them 4-1 on aggregate. It would mean that we have to score 4 goals in the second half, and although we're developing nicely, I don't think that was really a possibility. So that's why I went in to try and just develop players, play with a tactic that we're more likely to use going forward. So just try and develop that tactic, develop our play, because there's no point just trying to defend for 2 games, because it wasn't going to get the result we were after. So may as well just be a little bit more positive and start trying to develop players. Could have made a few substitutions there. There's a few players that are around 6.2. Yeah, but overall, I don't think those ratings are really, really accurate when you look at the statistics from the game. So the next episode will be when the youth intake comes, which shouldn't be too far away, really. We'll have a look at the players that come in. We'll also have a look at other players in Ireland, Northern Ireland. So it could be maybe 5 days after the actual youth intake itself, in game obviously. And I'll have a look at the players that we are looking at, have a look at the new players we might look to sign, and just look at the long-term jeopardy of the club. And then the next episode will probably be the end of season. Do the last game for the sake of it, the Northern Irish Cup game. And then look at the league, the season as a whole, and again looking at the players and their development and the progress we'll look to make, and try and look at whether we can actually sign these players on long-term contracts. Players like Furlong, who's still got another 4 years on his contract after this season. He's going to be one of those players that, unless the board sells him, I won't be releasing. I won't be selling. No matter what, I need to start holding on to more of these players, because we have to look at the squad itself. Have a look at the ages here. We've got 4 players that are 20, and the rest of them are 17, 18, 19. So yeah, that is where we are at as a club. So if you have enjoyed this episode, do leave it a like. If you're new, subscribe. Until next time, I've been James. You've been great. Thank you for watching, and goodbye for now.